Their Majesties invite the crowns of Artemisia, Gabe and Sarah, into this, their court.
Coming to you straight from Artemisia, bringing laughter and chaos, His Majesty's Day! Special appearance by Her Royal Highness Sarah, the Bride of Artemisia and the Tamer of Chaos! There's four! Her Royal Highness, the Slammer of Yashiri, and the beautiful, but full of common sense, Her Lovely Royal Highness Savannah.
You got 3 highnesses. And now that Artemisia has come before their Majesty's court, the crowns are very welcomed and excited to invite their Royal Highnesses, Octomasanes and Achakse, on tier. Their Majesties invite into this court their Highnesses of Thierry, Stein, and Gemma. At a later date. Their Majesties invite their Highnesses Summits, Bato and Emma, into this their court. The populace may remember the Highnesses of Thierry, Stein, and Gemma, who are invited to this court. And finally, their Majesties invite the Thomas Saif into this, their court of Thierry. You have their Majesties' leave to be seated. Thus opens the court of Spin and Rifkin, King and Queen of Antir. Their Majesties invite the infant steward before this their court for an announcement.
Hello! I'm Honora. I'm the event steward. This is Lillian. She's my co-steward. We want to thank you all for coming. We're going to be real brief so everybody doesn't have to stand out in the sun. The site closes at 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. So be gone by 5, please. I've had some people who don't know there are nice, real bathrooms with showers and everything right in the middle of the fairgrounds. So one building over is paradise. Good water pressure. Yeah. Yeah. Real quick, during the tournaments today, we put a day shade on the concrete picnic table that's out on the field. There's a water jug. We have several slats of water. We got a couple of jars of pickles. It's a serve yourself type deal because we don't really have water brewers anymore. And there's a hose behind it. So if you want to just hose yourself down, go for it.
Well, please remember to wear sunscreen and drink plenty of water. Use your fans. And it's just a reminder that the area right to the left of us can have no driving on it and no stakes driven into the ground. And thank you all for coming. Oh, and also a huge thank you to everybody who has pulled together to make this event so awesome, especially those who came in at the last minute and really helped pull this off. So thank you all.
A mighty cheer for us.
A mighty cheer!
And thank you all for coming, because without all of you, this is, of course, nothing.
Their Majesties have a gift.
So, Inara, we asked for things at this last event, and you did not hesitate to say yes to everything. And we just so appreciate you and your staff. So this is a gift. And if you want to share, you may share, or you may keep. Thank you so much.
Thanks for making this happen.
3 cheers for our Nora, the event steward, and her staff. Hip hip! Hip hip! Hip hip! Joyce doing? The Kingdom Seneschal, Adia, has an announcement.
Please.
On July 14th, 2022, Their Majesties Sven and Rifkin of Ontario have issued a sanction of temporary removal from participation in the SCA against Johnny Ellis, also known in society as Tyrannus Jurius. This sanction precludes attendance or participation in any manner at any SCA activity, event, practice, or official gathering for any reason at all. Thank you, Your Majesty.
Thank you.
Moving on with the court, Your Majesty.
Yes, one thing.
Their Majesties summon before them Ramon de Leon. Is he here?
Oh, that's such a bummer.
Or a representative thereof?
So Ramon has been essential to the live stream and hooking the kingdom up with Starlink. And anytime we've been in the inlands, Ramon has been there. Well, not today, but any other time. So I would like to recognize him with a forget-me-not. And we would also like to recognize his service with a goot. Ramon, thank you so much. The live stream has been this sort of behemoth that has grown and has really been appreciated by the people that aren't quite ready to come back. But it takes a lot of people to make it work. And we appreciate you stepping up.
Henceforth, let Ramon de Leon be known as a member of the Right Noble Order of the Goutte des Sangs, with all the rights and responsibilities. Another joyous noise. Woo! Saada al-Arjwania has an announcement, Your Majesties, and praise enter into this your court.
It's more than an announcement. This is terrible! Terrible! Doom and destruction! It's coming your way, Your Majesties.
I felt it on the wind.
So did you get the Queen of the Fairies message?
I did. I'm very excited.
There are bad things happening. And the veil between our worlds has gotten very thin. And you all know what that means, right? What does that mean?
Oh, God.
It means dragons will come through. We cannot have dragons come through. Dragons are safe over there, and human people are safe over here. And we really need to keep it that way. And Your Majesties, we need your help. I'm an emissary from the Queen of the Fairies, and we need warriors to seal the rift.
Give me knights. Do I have knights? Somebody.
Oh, no, no. Oh! No, this will not do. This will not do. Oh, no, sorry.
He tells me when the law. Hey.
What kind of warriors do we need? What we really need are the warriors who can still see magic. The ones who can actually truly help me in this quest. The warriors who are this big and this tall, between the ages of 3 and 18. Yeah! This might work!
Now this is the light.
Thank you. Would you allow these citizens of your realm to assist me?
Absolutely.
Would you assist me? My friend, the Red Witch, has a red day shade just out there, and you will meet me there and we'll get the clues for our quest. And your adult assistants, if they'd like to know what's going on, there's a paper for them at gate if they haven't gotten one already. And I will see you all soon.
At what times?
We have yet, right after court, but the quests begin at 1. Woo! Woo!
Bring me back some breaks.
I am looking forward.
His Majesty wants to. Yeah.
Thank you, warriors. The Majesties look forward to your service.
Yes.
Thank you, Your Majesties. Thank you so
Sada,
much.
you are not dismissed from Your Majesty's court.
So actually, before we did something in roving court yesterday. Is your daughter Bella here?
She is being an attendant this
Their
morning.
Majesty summoned Bella Valencia before them.
So Bella, yesterday in roving court, we recognized your service. We asked in the inlands which children, teenagers, yes, and adults, were instrumental in helping out, and your name came up more than once. So
Let the people of Antir know that Bella Valencia has displayed the ideals of courtesy and service to the realm of Antir, in acknowledgement of which their majesties grant unto them the award of the Lion's Cup, with the wish that they continue to bring honor and joy to the kingdom of Antir. A joyous noise!
you too. We would like to do business with you.
Sada, please kneel before their majesty.
For those of you that don't know, we heard this story about how a little kid wasn't allowed to do magic at a different mark, and their highnesses and us said, hey, that's not cool. This is our next generation, and we want to do everything we can to make the next generation excited about our game. And we said, what can you guys do at July Coronation to get the youth involved? And not only did they put together youth armored combat for us, but there's a whole series of events today, including this quest that's amazing. And you really stepped up and just took it by the reins, because there's all these hoops you have to go through in order to work with the kids. So we appreciate you.
That we, Sven, king by right of arms, and Rifkin by inspiration and grace of queen, well pleased with the efforts and service of our subject, Saada Aljar Jawanya, do hereby admit them into the right honorable order of the Group des Song. Unto them the right to display arms and a crest, and also to show a ribbon and pendant therefrom, the badge of this order. 3 cheers for the member of the order of the Group des Song. You are not dismissed from this day.
We never just do one thing. I mean,
Please kneel before me.
I particularly just really wanted to thank you because this is something near and dear to my heart. And the way you stepped up has been phenomenal. So I would also like to give you a forget-me-not. It is, it's rainbow, it matches you. Perfect. I don't know who did the magic back there, but we have magic back there too.
In the days when Malin ruled as princess, with Scialis by her side, she wished to commend those who had been of special service to the coronet. It was she who established the award of the Forget-Me-Not, to be given by the Princess of Antir at their pleasure. Likewise did Morag, first Queen of Antir, determine that service to the sovereign was worthy of honor, and chose to continue to present the Forget-Me-Not to those who had distinguished themselves in service. To this day, personal service to the sovereign of Antir has been recognized by the bestowal of the Forget-Me-Not, and today Rifkin is pleased to give this beloved memento unto them. A joyous noise.
I wanted to give you a gift as well, because I am very thankful.
Thank you.
Another joyous noise.
Let all members of the Order of the Pelican here present, by order of their majesties, come now before the thrones of Antir. It has long been recognized that there are those among us who are much deserving of high honor, but by reason of the nature and direction of their service and achievement, come not to the glory of the warrior or throne, yet without whom our kingdom would not be a half so blessed. For a kingdom is supported by 3 things: valor, art, and service. And without any one of those, the kingdom topples. Therefore was created the Order of the Pelican, to recognize those who, possessing in all their skills, virtues, and attributes appropriate to members of the peerage, shall also have distinguished themselves by sustained and exemplary service to society. And the symbol of this order is a medallion bearing a pelican in her piety. For it was believed in ancient times that the pelican would, when necessary, revive her young with blood from her own breast. Hence, the pelican represented sacrifice, and in time became a symbol of the good servant. And this order ranks in precedence with the Order of Chivalry, and the Order of Laurel, and the Order of Defense, and carries with it a patent of arms.
Greetings to you, companions of the Order of the Pelican. Each of you is a peer in our realm, and by virtue of your service, and the sharing of your talents with the people of the kingdom, today you bring before us a petition. What is your petition?
Your Majesties, we find that our order is lacking one, and we would ask that you consider them for elevation to join us.
What is the name of this candidate?
May I call them? Pompeo, Rufina, come before their Majesties.
Salve Rex! Salve Regina! Salve Principe and Principessa! Omnes nobilissimus et gentissimus salvete! Obedient to their Majesty's summons, now comes one who has traveled a long distance under the protection of the gods and with the guidance of the 4 winds. Now comes Dina McGregor, your Black Lion principal herald, bearing the arms Argent, a dragon rampant to sinister ghouls, and on a chief azure, a fret Argent.
Aggressive.
Very assertive. It kind of says there's some aggressive shuttling going on.
Make it rain.
I mean.
I'm just gonna say wow to the purple and gold. You look amazing.
Virtues are the cornerstone of our kingdom. And in it is the virtues, the peers of our realm. They enrich it both in the present and enrich our future. Are there any of this order who would wish to speak?
Salvete praecrissima and gloriosa regina anteriorum, rego magno, omnis nobilis. Wait, I'm not in Rome, am I? You all look so amazing.
I have the same problem.
I come before you today to speak of this candidate's virtues. But before I do, I would like to tell you all a little about the Roman virtues and the reason why they are so important to us. At home in Rome, virtues are the qualities of both our private and our public lives. They give us social and moral guidance. They help us strengthen the Via Romana, the Roman way. Our virtues also align with the expectations that we have here in the world for those who join our peerages. For my part, I have chosen two virtues today, which I feel that the candidate embodies. The first, salubritas, or wholesomeness, or purity, describes the candidate's mental, spiritual, and physical health. During our grape harvest one year, I found the following scratched onto the walls of one of our wine outbuildings. Take this as true advice, whoever wants to live really well and freely. Earn others' trust. Don't speak or listen to slander. If you don't harm or betray anyone, you will lead a pleasant life, uprightly and happily, giving no offense. These could so well have been written about my dear amiga Fina, for her honesty and truthfulness are beyond compare, marked by her unfailing kindness. Second virtue, liberalitas, or generosity, is a virtue that the candidate has taken to heart, and she truly embodies the goddess liberalitas. She is unfailingly generous with her time and talents. She is unfailingly generous in teaching about our Roman way to everyone in the known world. She is personally generous with gifts of her hand. During the Great Plague, she spent countless hours administering remote classes in salons and was instrumental in creating the group Entier Largesse Swap, which allows artisans to share the works of their hands. I am honored to know this nobilissima, clarissima, feminine Ramana, and recommend with my whole heart that she join us.
Is there another?
Your Majesties, I have words from Countess Elizabeth Zerasimov. Greetings, I am Maestro Eduardo Francesco Maria Lucrezia, member of the Order of the Pelican, Order of the Laurel and Lion of Antir. I have words today from Madame La Contessa Elizabeth de Rossignol, also companion of the Laurel of the Pelican and Lion of Antir. Hear her words. There are two traditional Roman virtues that I will address in regards to Finna and her elevation to the Order of the Pelican, which I believe are essential to a peer and a pelican in particular. These are firmatas, tenacity, strength of mind, and humanitas, refinement, learning, and culture. No pelican, no matter how talented, well organized, and armed with spreadsheets, can succeed without the ability to see the job through. Finna has remarkably diverse record of service, including not only heraldry, but the seneschalate, event stewardship, demo coordinating, and other areas as well. Her ability to turn her hand to many kinds of service and to perform them well and thoroughly is a sign of commitment and dedication. This is a fine example of the virtue firmitas. As for humanitas, Finna's detailed knowledge of Roman life and her extensive research in this field shows her dedication to this virtue, which speaks to learning and culture. She's taught extensively and displayed at a variety of arts and sciences events, including Kingdom Arts and Sciences and Athenaeum, and distinguished itself in all of them often. A deep commitment to the arts and sciences, as well as a service to not only a Roman virtue, but a quality that distinguishes a peer in the SCA. I am happy to welcome Finna to the Order of the Pelican and expect her virtues will grow and flourish in the future as they have in the past. This is the words of Madame La Contessa Elizabeth de Rossignol, companion of the Order of the Laurel of the Pelican and Lion of Antir.
Is there another?
Yes, Your Majesties, I would speak. I have permission.
Yes.
I am Ariel the Wanderer, member of the Order of the Grey Goose Shaft, companion of the Laurel, companion of the Pelican. I would speak of Finna's virtues of industria and gravitas. I could stop now for the industria because you've already heard. But wait, there's more. I had this weird idea during the play that the bards were lonely and needed something to happen. So I put this word out to the bards of the known world. Hey, how about we have a competition if we get who the best bard in the known world is? Well, bards being bards, I had at least 4 opinions about that. And we finally settled on, how about we just have fun and everybody send something in? And then I thought, I have no idea how to actually administer this. And somewhere in those 200 messages, there was this tiny little message. I could do the administration part. And I thought, oh, thank God. So I contacted Finna and said, it's all yours. It was my idea. I'll make coins for everybody and send them out. And she went and contacted every kingdom in the known world and got bards from the known world to do videos and send them in. Industria. Gravitas, a sense of importance. The following year, she said, can we do this again? And she did all the work. I made acquaintances and that. Thank you so much. You are such a wonderful woman.
Huzzah!
Absolutely.
I am Phelan Tullis Meether, a companion of the Order of the Laurel and the Pelican, and a knight of the Society. I salute my brothers and sisters that have spoken today. They have waxed eloquently, and thus I shall speak plainly. I wish to speak on your nobilis and your prudentia. I've known this good woman for over 10 years. The first meeting was a whirlwind, not because of the chaos, but because of the calm. She inserts herself in when needed and carries herself with an air of a peer, and has been a peer since I've known her. She has represented your majesties and your predecessors for years, doing the work that needs done quietly, calmly. She has only stepped forward when needed to make a situation work and to make sure that everybody comes out of it okay. I'm crying, he's crying. You are my sister. I look so forward to your wisdom in this order. Welcome.
Companions of the Order of the Pelican, is it your desire still to have Tina elevated as a companion of this order?
Yes,
We are in agreement that she is worthy to join this order. Sorry.
Fina, you have sought vigil and sought counsel and wisdom.
Peers, nobles, and populace of our realm.
From the peers, nobles, populace of our realm.
Having completed your period of contemplation,
Having completed your period of contemplation,
you now undertake to accept companionship into the right noble order.
do you now agree to accept companionship into the right noble order of the Pelican?
I do, Your Majesty.
You are protege to any member.
You are protege to any member, please name them.
I am protege to Dame Roshinda du Jardin.
Dame Roshinda du Jardin, approach their majesties.
Majesty.
Dame Roshinda, we are minded to admit your protege to the order.
Dame Roshinda, we are minded to admit you are protege into this order.
Will you now release her from this?
Will you now release her from your service?
I would love to. You've been my protege for 7 years. Your service has always come from a place of love. A love of friends, a love of your barony, a love of your kingdom. Whether you're sewing someone's elevation garb, sitting in their shower during their vigil, cooking yourself to exhaustion on your 100th feast, or leading you onto your College of Heralds, your love and your joy shines through. And so you've been a joy as my protege. It is with a mixture of sorrow and joy that I release you from Fealty. Sorrow that our old relationship must change, but it does not end. Joy for the recognition you so deserve. Know that you are my peer and will always be a member of our household. I love you. I commend her to your hands.
Thank you.
It is time to return to you. The token you gave me of our love. And as I said, you are still a member of my household. And that is token of our household.
Have been released from your bond. What name do you wish to be known?
I would be called Pompeia Rufina.
Pompeia Rufina, we are pleased with your continued efforts
And diligent service to this our kingdom.
and diligent service to this our kingdom,
And right mindful of the wishes of your peers.
and right mindful of the wishes of your peers,
We will create you a companion of the order.
we will create you a companion of the Order of the Pelican.
Will you accept from us this honor to swear to uphold the rights and responsibilities?
Will you accept from us this honor and swear to uphold the rights and responsibilities of this order?
I will.
Then will you, Pompeia Rufina,
Then will you, Pompeia Rufina,
give your word to continue to fulfill the requirements
give your word to continue to fulfill these requirements
set for the governance of this order,
set for the governance of this order,
as you have most surely done until now,
as you must surely have done until now,
to increase your labors nobly,
to increase your labors nobly,
to nourish your talents as befits a noble,
to nourish your talents as befits a noble,
and to seek to disseminate your talents and abilities through the known world.
and to seek to disseminate your talents and abilities throughout the known world.
I will.
Bring forth the medallion, please. Oh. Well done.
Is there a lineage?
There is. This medallion was gifted to me by Master Ulrich Grimwith of Mont Azur. It was one of the last medallions that he cast. It was then set in this bezel by Master Michael of Lancaster, and the chain was made by his wife.
Then take from our hands this token of your accomplishments and our esteem.
Circle, please. And is there a lineage to this circlet?
There is no lineage to the circlet.
I should probably have that one. Sorry.
Where this circlet is a symbol
Where this circlet is a symbol
of the nobility to which your own labors,
as the nobility of which your own labors,
as much as our recognition,
have raised you.
Bring forth
Bring forth the pala. Is there a story behind the pala?
It was made for her. Yes, her mother made the church, and I did the stamping.
As this pala enfolds you with warmth,
so does the order of the pelican
so does the order of the pelican
enfold you in companionship.
enfold you in companionship.
Wear it as a reminder of the bond
Wear it as a reminder of the bond that you take
to serve, nurture, and protect the kingdom and its people.
to serve, nurture, and protect the kingdom and its people.
Let it be known on this day, Pompeia Rufina has been admitted to the right noble order of the Pelican and will be known as a peer of the kingdom of Antir. After many years of continuous service, study, and teaching, Mistress Rashinda releases her protege, Pompeia Rufina. She is also released from her service as a sergeant of Wellesmere, now to give her fealty directly to the king and queen. The king and queen have sought counsel from the Order of the Pelican and see fit to elevate her to the Order of the Pelican. Witnessed by her friends and family, July 16, Honor Societas LVII. Scrolls by Baron Michael of Lancaster, materials donated by Duke Olfus. We now swear fealty to the crown. Upon which symbol of state are you swear fealty?
I would swear upon the person of their majesties, who is the inspirational heart.
To the sovereigns and the peers before you, repeat after me. Here do I swear by mouth and hand.
Here do I swear by mouth and hand.
Fealty and service to the crown and the kingdom of Antir.
Fealty and service to the crown and kingdom of Antir.
To speak and be silent.
To speak and be silent.
To do and to let be.
To do and to let be.
To come and go.
To come and go.
To serve and to teach.
To serve and to teach.
In such matters as concerns this realm.
In such matters as concerns this realm.
On my honor and the lawful command of the crown.
On my honor and the lawful command of the crown.
In need or in plenty.
In need or in plenty.
In peace or in war.
In peace or in war.
In living or in dying.
In living or in dying.
From this hour henceforth.
From this hour henceforth.
Until the crown depart.
Until the crown depart the throne.
Or death take me.
Death take me.
Or the world ends.
Or the world ends.
So say I.
So say I. Pompeia Rufina.
Your Majesty. And we do here.
And we do here.
Maestra Pompeia Rufina.
Maestra
Pompeia.
Pompeia Rufina.
And we for our part.
And we for our part.
Swear fealty to your household.
swear fealty to you and all of your households,
To protect and defend you.
protect and defend you and your household
Against every creature within our power.
against every creature within our power,
Until we depart from the throne.
until we depart from the throne,
Death take us.
death take us,
For the world
or the
end.
world end.
So say we.
So say we, Sven, King Ontir.
And so say we, Rifkin, Queen, Ontir.
Bring forth the cups.
Now let us drink to seal the oaths taken this day.
Huzzah!
Rise and go to your peers.
Three cheers! Hip, hip. Their Majesties summoned before them Martin, the Harper, Sebastian, de Rousseau, and Madeline.
Madalena.
Madalena also.
So, Sebastian, I would like to thank you for being such a great guard. Erica came in, and you came in with her, and we appreciate so much all the help that you've given. I will not let you have your names on this board. I'm sorry. Over here. So I would like to thank you with the Forget Me Not. And then Madalena and Martin, for those of you that don't know, we had a little hiccup in our packing last night, and our outfits did not make it in the car. And Martin and Madalena went an hour out of their way, so my husband did not have to drive 10 hours. And went and picked up our clothes. And if that doesn't deserve a Forget Me Not, I do not know what does. Thank you so much for saving my marriage.
In the days when Maiden ruled as princess, with Skellis by her side, she wished to commend those who did a special service to the coronet. It was she who established the award of the Forget Me Not, to be given by the Princess of Ontir at their pleasure. Likewise did Morag, first Queen of Ontir, determine that service to the sovereign was worthy of honor, and chose to continue to present the Forget Me Not to those who had distinguished themselves in service. To this day, personal service, including long trips to the sovereign of Ontir, has been recognized by the bestowal of the Forget Me Not. And today, Rifkin is most pleased to gift this beloved memento unto them.
Most pleased.
3 cheers, hip hip! Hip hip! Hip hip! And a joyous noise! Their Majesty summoned before them Ludwika Wolfkiller. And their Majesties have words.
Your Grace. at a virtual court at Ontario West where I said that we were almost at 500 awards. I was wrong. We're almost at 750 awards. Hey, we had a lot of catching up to do. There 3 years there were not a lot got done, and people were still doing stuff. But not only have you been phenomenal and heroic during our reign, you have been the royal scribe off and on for as long as I've been playing this game. You have not only been the royal scribe, you have made clothes for royals. If there's something, like, you make regalia for the baronies and the kingdom. And we were looking through the OP, and it's very hard to find anything that Ludwika doesn't have, because she's awesome. But I was we were looking at it, and we're like, wow, here's something she doesn't have, and like, blew my mind that you didn't have it. So we would like to recognize you with the main de St. Nicholas, which is, for those of you that don't know, like extreme generosity with the crown for a sustained amount of time. And I tried to paint you a box while I was meeting. So your husband said you needed a new scribal box because the one you had was broken. So please take that with our immense appreciation.
Absolutely.
3 cheers for the newest member of the Order of the Main Name, St. Nicholas. Hip hip. Hip hip. Truly joyous story.
Thank you. We love you.
The kingdom loves you. Yeah, I might have painted it upside down too.
Their Majesties now summon Agnar Hapthor. Agnar Hapthor, come before their Majesties. Agnar.
I saw him earlier. Oh, there he is.
Oh, I'm just gonna, yeah, 1 second. We are giving you this award because you are, you're becoming a very talented fighter and somebody who wins the Squires tournament and destroys and devastates so many Westies. Deserves this, and I said, wow, I did it. We are very proud that we're able to give you this award.
Yeah, your intensity on the field is beautiful.
Growth and strength come through effort and dedication. When combined with chivalry and courtesy, we sustain our realm. It is with this in mind that we, Sven, King Antir, and Rivkin, Queen Antir, do take up our prerogative to elevate our subject Agnar Hapthor with a prowess upon the field of honor, with fellowship in the noble order of the Sable Gauntlet. And henceforth, let Agnar Hapthor be known as a member of the right noble order of the Sable Gauntlet, with all the rights and responsibilities granted by the King and Queen of Antir. 3 cheers, hip hip. Hip hip. Their Majesties summon the order of the chivalry before them. Knights and masters of arms. Let Nicholas de Beaumont come before their majesties.
He is like Prince Charming. He looks like Prince Charming. Got Snow White colors on. Oh, I just left it. Are there any who would speak for this candidate?
Yes, Your Majesty. I would like to speak on this candidate.
Their majesties recognize Eric Dagarson. Duke of the realm.
There's many qualities that make somebody a great peer in our game. And I'd like to speak of one, and that is your infectious pursuit of knowledge. If anybody spent any time around Nicholas, at some point you have learned about a manuscript you have never heard of. And I'm not talking just learned a little bit about it. I'm talking about having a recollection so in depth that it's as if you were reading the manual yourself. This passion, this quest for knowledge that you have is infectious and is going to continue to bring people into our game. You're going to elevate your game. You have elevated myself. You've elevated people around us, and I appreciate that of you. And I thank you for your passion and your quest for knowledge, and don't ever lose it.
Is there another?
Their majesties recognize Theodore Jarlskog, also Duke of the realm.
I am Steercar Jarlskog, Jarna's husband. Member of the Order of the Laurel. And I'd like to speak on his knowledge of medieval texts. And his Laurel-like integration of actual medieval manuscripts and knowledge into his fighting style. He reeks of medievalism and accuracy in his fighting style, in his kit, and in his everyday dress. He's an inspiration to me. And if you have questions about esoteric knowledge, say, for example, the cantaloupe religion.
I learned about that last night.
Ask Nicholas de Beaumont. So, as a Laurel, I am very pleased, and as a brother knight, please welcome him into our
Thank you.
chivalry.
Their majesties invite Michael Lancaster, master of this realm. May I address the populace? Excellency. I am Master Michael Lancaster, Order of Defense. I was asked to speak also for Nicholas, and you guys both said two of the things I wanted to address. His love of knowledge and his incorporation of it into his fighting. What I can also say beyond that is his absolute joy. It is infectious. It makes everyone he fights bring their game up. And it's not because he's just an amazing athlete, it's because his joy for what he is doing and his willingness and desire to share it so that he can share the joy and everyone has more fun together is amazing. What he does is make everyone he is with that much better. It makes them reach down to that joy they have and share it as well. He will make everyone he fights that much happier. He shares himself and makes them share themselves too. He will make this kingdom grow. I cannot say enough, highly enough for him. I'm sorry, I'm speechless. I'm losing my words, but you guys said it much more eloquently than I could. I cannot speak highly enough for you.
Thank you.
And their majesties recognize Sir Fairland Goldfinger, some dude who lives in this realm.
Well, apparently I'm doing a cleanup for this. So I met Nicholas 2 decades ago when he was enthusiastically running around with little Sacagawea coins, paying gold to all the merchants at the first event I saw him at. And 2 decades later, I could go into his tent and they're still playing with coins, gambling, and he builds a community, and he builds knowledge of the things, not just fighting, not just arts, but everyday life. Formed the guild of chandlers to go around. Not a lot of candles I see in that. A lot of drinking I see in that. Gambling. But he builds that community. It's not just about the things that we put out there, but the connections between people, sharing open religions about candles, and all that knowledge has been there. And I see him going far in the society in that regard. He is going to be one that brings in people to the society, and I recommend him 100% to your Majesty. Thank you, sir.
But really quickly, I will just speak to his prowess on the field. He has a lot of
Not just on the heavy field, but every field he takes. Anyway, go ahead.
So Nicholas de Beaumont, well pleased with your prowess on the field, and right mindful of the wishes of your peers, we are minded to create you a knight. So you have sat vigil. Sorry. Will you accept from us this honor and swear fealty to the crown and kingdom of Ontier?
Yes, Your Majesty.
Are you bound in fealty to another?
I am, Your Majesty. My knights are both
Please.
Let Sir Philip de Montaigne come forward before the king and queen.
Your Majesty, I cannot recommend my man enough. Though I fear it will bankrupt me. The number of paid men I will have to hire to protect me in his absence, I will have little left. But I know that he's worthy, and in your bond of fealty, keep this belt as a reminder of that bond.
Upon which symbol would you swear fealty?
I would swear upon the scepter, Your Majesty. Here do I swear fealty to sign my undoubted claim that I will obey the law in all matters that concern myself. I will uphold the crown and kingdom.
All this do we hear, and we, for our part, do swear fealty to Nicholas de Beaumont, to protect and defend him and his household with all of our power, so long as we remain sovereigns of Ontier. So say we, Sven, King Ontier.
And so say we, Rithkin, Queen, Ontier. By which name do you wish to be knighted?
I wish to be knighted by the name of Nicholas de Beaumont.
Nicholas de Beaumont, by which sword would you make your vow and receive your accolade?
The sword of my knight.
Perfect. Okay. This is very sharp.
Okay.
Oh.
Are there spurs?
Interesting.
Do they have lineage?
Unfortunately, just me. See, I'm not very good at it. I just want to say real quickly, brother cannot express the love I feel for you. You are the greatest among us, I have no doubt. I know you need no help in this department, but I hope these drive you to righteous action when others will not. You're also way too big for it.
Place your hands upon our arms. Here do I bow on this sword, to be from this day forward a good and true master. Be chivalrous and courteous in every way.
And ever willing.
Ever willing to bind myself with the edge to the crown of my kingdom, to speak and be silent, to do and to let be, to come and to go, to strike and to spare, in such matters as society, in need and in want, in peace and in war, in living or in dying, so death take me or the world at end. So say I, Nicholas de Beaumont. This is very short. You don't know me. Arise, Sir Nicholas de Beaumont. I have changed, so this chain was gifted to me from Her Majesty. So the lineage starts with her, to me, to you. Wear this chain as a token of your ring.
Bring forth the belt.
I have the belt, Your Majesty.
Oh.
Seems like you know. Except I don't. Your Majesties, this belt was made by your champion, Sir Rorik. It was given to me, and I wore it for a time. Okay, but it was not strong enough of a lineage, Sir Rorik, for Nicholas, because Sir Rorik desires a good and noble Eastern Sven's Den gifting. To that end, the knights of your Lion's Den Part 2, aka the Den of Sven, aka Sven's Dirty Den, have each affixed a link of their chain to this belt. AKA the Den of Mighty Sven. And for this, we hope that you wear this, Your Majesty. You almost died just then.
Wear this belt as a token of your ability. Grab one. Ta-da!
Good.
All right.
Okay. You want to stand? Yeah. Let these be the last blows. and also serve as a reminder of we who made you knight.
Okay.
And he has this beautiful scroll that we have not signed yet. It's made by Margaret of And the calligraphy is by Sirkar. Duke. Sorry.
Just so much more. Please, clear this.
Joyce Norman.
Thank you.
His Majesty asks his Queen, Rifkin, for her attention.
No. So, it's hard, yeah. Isn't she a fantastic queen? So I would just like to thank you for just your generosity, your kindness, your love for this game and the people in it. And I mean, your generosity, just look at this, look at me. Like, look at like, this is her and the Kingdom of Ontir volunteering to help with this. I had such a fantastic time serving this kingdom with you. And I would do it, well, yes, I would do it again if the opportunity ever arose. You are an extremely talented human being, and I am humbled by you. And sorry, just thank you for letting me go on this crazy adventure with you. And you know, when you look at being a crown and at the end of it, like, you're still talking to one another and things are great. This is, for me, like, she is my best friend, and I just wanted to say thank you. And I'm just, my brain is gone. I want to say 1,000 more things, but here's my favor, and thank you for everything that you've done to help steer this kingdom in what I would consider the right way. So, well, thank you.
Chose to present the king's favor to those who have distinguished themselves in personal service to the King of Ontir. Today's spin, King Ontir is proud to recognize the efforts of one such individual. 3 cheers for the recipient of the king's favor, Her Majesty. Hip hip. Joyous noise. And Her Majesty requests His Majesty's attention.
So, I've thought a lot about what I wanted to say, and words are hard. Emotions are harder. You really are my best friend too. When we finally had a crown in October, we weren't real sure that we were going to enter. And we thought about it and thought about it. And finally we talked and we said, hey, I'm invested in this kingdom. I'm invested in moving it forward. I'm invested in a vision. And he said, we're there. We're there, we're going. And we went. The thing about being the crown is it's a partnership and it's teamwork. every single bit of the way, even though I went to more events than His Majesty. 100% support behind the scenes. We've talked about everything. He's gone out of his comfort zone so much in this race because it was important to me. And I've gone out of my comfort zone too because it was important. But you followed me in places that I wasn't really sure you would go. And I appreciate that more than you know. And I appreciate you gave me this opportunity. So thank you. I actually, yeah.
In the days when Malin ruled as princess, with Skeletons by her side, she wished to commend those who have been of special service to the coronet. It was she who established the order of the Forget-Me-Not to be given by the princesses of Antir at their pleasure. Likewise did Morag, first queen of Antir, determine that service to the sovereign was worthy of honor and chose to continue to present the Forget-Me-Not to those who distinguished themselves in service. To this day, personal service to the sovereign of Antir has been recognized by the bestowal of the Forget-Me-Not, and today Rifkin is pleased to give this beloved memento unto Sven.
This is a lion's medallion.
Yeah, I figured he's special, and he gave his lion's medallion to Torgal.
That's right, I made Torgal a lion.
And His Majesty needed another lion medallion. Yeah, so I love you. All right.
3 cheers for love! Hip, hip.
Their airs are kind of cool.
So we weren't going to take a break, but we are going to take a little break before coronation. We both sort of need to reset our brains.
Put away the tears.
Yeah.
What?
Put away the tears a little bit.
Yeah. But we also wanted to thank all of you. Without you and without your generosity, support, time, volunteering, none of this would have been possible. And without you agreeing to come back and share our vision and move forward and work this hybrid thing that I think is around for a while, none of this would have worked and we wouldn't have a full house here today. So thank all of you for buying into our vision.
Yeah, absolutely.
And yeah, thank you.
We had no idea what was going to happen in January, February, March. I didn't even know if I was going to get to 12th night, like most everybody.
Yeah.
But as things progressed and people were more invested and things changed, and here we are. And so this is a phenomenal, fantastic thing, and why I love the game. And I thanked everybody. And we'd also like to thank our retinue and all the people that helped move us forward, because without them, it would have been a lot harder. So we'd like to thank you and thank all of you, thank everybody. So
3 cheers for the populace, volunteer. Hip, hip. Their Majesty suspend court for 15 minutes, and are excited to see you upon your return.
you can go around here, or
Long live Antir! Long live Antir!
their majesties invite Artemisia to please retake their seats in this circle.
I love eight kingdoms. Eight kingdoms are the best.
You have their majesties' leave to seat.
I feel something weird has happened.
According to our ancient laws and customs, the time has come for the crown of Antir to pass on their rule to their battle-chosen successors. Antir, stand and witness to the coronation of your next sovereigns. Let those who have been chosen to convey the royal regalia now come forward.
It is time for us to pass on the crowns and thrones of this kingdom. We give into your keeping these symbols of sovereignty. And do charge you to hold them in trust for our heirs. Please return to your places, and they will call you forward. Thank you. Kingdom champions of Antir, please attend us.
Yes. It is now time for us to pass on our crowns. We have need of the symbols of your offices. We thank you for your honorable service to us and the kingdom. We're going to ask you to keep the symbols in safekeeping.
Thank you. Please take your places in our court. Please summon the victor's spokesperson.
Hark, your majesties! A host approaches!
Sifting in with the bow.
The bow! On! Knights!
With your leave, Octomosades approaches and sends these words. On the day of May 21st, Anno Societatis 57, the Kingdom of Antir did hold a crown tournament to determine who would succeed to the crowns and thrones of Antir. As the skies darkened and the heavens bellowed, Sir Octomosades Skouthikos, Lion of Antir, proved victorious on the field of honor and inspiration. He comes today to press his claim.
Well, then let him approach. Why have you come into this our court?
Courageous King Sven, mighty Queen Rifkin. I come into your court today accompanied by a great host of friends and family. This is way easier when I practice all the time. And by my night, you're all third king of volunteer.
You got this. Go ahead, Marty.
And his inspiration. Oh, free to come to. We have 3 generations of knights and squires and pillars of Antir in this lineage, and I am blessed to be a part of it. Thank you. And I take homage to all the Badger of Antir. Even your champion is part of this great lineage, and he stands for you today. But he is part of the Alfredheim lineage. I was forged by this mighty host of friends and family, and would not have weathered this journey without their support, love, and kinship. I come before you today to claim what is mine by right of arms and the laws and customs of this great land.
Do you make this claim only for yourself?
I do not. My claim would be hollow and my victory impossible without the inspiration of a Shaxi Akaba, my wife. It is her inspiration alone that holds up the sky and keeps the mountains of this great land from crumbling. I strive every day to be worthy of her inspiration, and it is my love for her that allows me to contain such inspiration and power. I press this claim in her name, for without her I would not be standing before you.
Please let her join you here.
Sorry.
We hear your claims. Does anyone here second these claims?
Aye.
I, Sir Rorik, champion of Antir, can confirm the justice of these claims. I place this gauntlet here. Anyone who would challenge it, feel free to meet me on the field of honor if you can summon enough of it to challenge it.
Not here.
No.
I, Thor Yosifar, arts and science champion of the kingdom of Antir, do declare the truth of Octomasadi's and Ashaxi's claim. If anyone should dispute this claim, they will feel my ire.
I, Andromaco of Lesbos, Bardic champion of Antir, recognize the strength of Octomasadi's and Ashaxi's claim to the throne. And any who dare to commit such an act of hubris, I will ensure the sins of that hubris live long after your bones have turned to dust.
We salute Optimus.
We salute Optimus Audis and Ashaksi, the next sovereigns of Ontir.
Optimus Audis, we have seen you here acknowledged as true heir to the kingdom of Ontir. We recognize your claim to ascend the throne of Ontir.
Ashaksi, we have seen you here acknowledged as the heir to the crown. We recognize your claim to ascend the throne of Ontir.
Will you please accept the crowns of Ontir and swear the oath of sovereignty?
Yes, Here do I swear by hand and mouth, service and protection of the kingdom of Ontir, populace of Ontir, to the utmost of my power, to govern its people according to their laws and customs, to uphold the ideals of chivalry, to maintain and encourage the arts and sciences, to promote and support service, to cause law and justice with mercy, to be executed all our judgments, to set an example of honor to all, so long as we remain sovereigns of Ontir. So say I, Optimus Audis.
So say I, Ashaksi.
Oh, I'm going to take this. I, Sven, do crown you, Optimus Audis, sovereign of Ontir, the right to wear this crown and to pass it to your successor. Receive it now, and with it, the kingdom of Ontir, to care for and rule from this day forward.
Ontir, behold, your undoubted king! Long live the king! Long live the king!
I, Rithkin, do now surrender this crown to you, so that you may crown your inspiration, my sister. Receive the crown and throne. Okay. One for you by your champion, and pass it on to your successors. Oh. All the jewelry.
Ashaksi, receive this crown. Share with me from this day forth, as you have up until now, the care and rule of the kingdom of Ontir.
grab my cup. You're ready.
Don't go far. You can see it.
Thank you, family. Your Majesty
You are.
bids you be comfortable. Let those who have been chosen to convey the royal regalia now come forward. Bring forth the scepter. Wield this scepter of royal justice, mindful of your oath to treat all who come before you, friend or foe, subject or stranger, with justice and honor. Bring forth the rod. Bear this rod of royal mercy, heedful of your oath to see that justice is tempered with mercy and to nurture courtesy and chivalry throughout your realm. Bring forth the orb. Accept this orb of royal dominion, remembering your promise to nourish the well-being of the realm, to restore the decayed and to maintain that which is restored, that the kingdom may flourish and prosper, and her people be always first in your heart.
Especially our children.
Hallelujah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bring forth the seal.
Majesties, the great seal of Antir, from which all of your words and laws do flow and be sanctified.
Receive the great seal of Antir, mindful of your oath to make laws which are just, to reward virtue, and punish transgression for the good of the kingdom and its people.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for honoring us by helping with this.
Let the cupbearers approach.
We drink to those who have ruled before us,
to
to those who will come after,
us, and to the
and to the
people
people
of
of
Antir.
Antir.
Without whom there would be no kingdom to rule.
Again.
Let Duke Sven Fogr Gunnarsson come and swear your fealty to the crown of Antir.
I've never been on this side. Thank you for this honor. Oh, thank you.
I, Sven Fealty Gunnarsson, do become your liege man of life and limb and earthly worship. Faith and truth will I bear unto you, to live and to die against all manner of foes.
And we, for our part, do swear fealty to you
and promise to protect and defend you
and those of your household with all of our power, so long as we remain sovereigns of Antir. So say we, Octomasades, King Antir.
So say we, Ashapsi, Queen Antir.
Thank you.
A joyous noise.
Their Majesty's Court will be in recess for 10 minutes. Their Majesties ask you to please refresh yourselves and then return while we do some set change. swear fealty to your undoubted sovereign, to come to the aid of the throne in strife, and in all matters to defend this realm of Antir, as long as their majesties remain sovereigns of Antir. By the river Styx, I so swear.
I so swear.
I so swear.
And we, for our part,
do swear fealty to you, the
champions
champions of Antir.
We promise to protect and defend you and those of your household with all of our power,
so long as we remain sovereigns of Antir. So say we,
and
Optimisades.
so say we, Ashaxi.
Soror, receive this sword of royal power, mindful of your obligation to protect the kingdom from all enemies and to defend the defenseless from all who would harm them.
Thank you, champion. Rorik, champion of Antir. We return this sword and charge you to keep it safe and deliver it up onto us at such times as the kingdom has need.
Maestro Thora, receive this spoon, keeping in mind your oath to promote the arts and sciences in the kingdom of Antir, that scholars may flourish and craftsmen prosper.
Thora, Arts and Sciences champion of Antir. We return this spoon to your keeping. Charging you to lead our people at our direction in the advancement of the arts and sciences in this, our kingdom of Antir, as you have already been doing such a great job of.
Receive this staff, mark of the bard, mindful of your pledge to foster the musical and performance arts in Antir.
Andronica, bardic champion of Antir. We return this staff to your keeping, charging you to promote the bardic arts in our kingdom and to spread the word fame of our people in peace and in war. Please take your rightful place in our court. Thank you, champions.
Those rulers of the summits and Tiri who have in their time received the oaths of the people, come forward, kneel, and swear fealty unto their majesties. To each of you, a prince or princess of this realm, now swear fealty to Optimisades and Ashaxi, your undoubted sovereign, that you will obey their lawful commands in all matters that concern this realm. And do you now swear faith to the crown of Antir, and being mindful that the honor of the realm springs from your own deeds? Do you swear that you will treat chivalrously and courteously with those of every degree, as long as their majesties remain sovereigns of Antir?
I so swear.
And we, for our part,
do swear fealty to you, the rulers of Antir's principalities. We promise to protect and defend you,
and those of your principalities and those of your households,
as long as we remain sovereigns of Antir.
So say we, Optimisades, King Antir.
And so say we, Ashaxi, King Antir.
Thank you for your fealty.
Their majesties now invite those royal peers who have in their time received the oaths of the people to come forward, kneel, and swear fealty.
So many heroes.
Do each of you now swear fealty to Optimisades and Ashaxi, your undoubted sovereign, that you will obey their lawful commands in all matters that concern this realm? And do you now swear faith to the crown of Antir, being mindful that the honor of the realm springs from your own deeds? You swear that you will treat those of every degree with chivalry and courtesy, for so long as their majesties remain sovereigns of Antir.
I so swear.
And we,
And
for
we, for
our
our
part, do swear fealty to you.
We promise to protect and defend you
and those of your households, so long as we remain sovereigns of Antir.
So say we, Octomasados, King Antir.
So say we, Ashaxi, Queen Antir.
As a knight swears fealty to the crown when the honor is received, so is that fealty renewed at the beginning of each reign. Therefore, let all knights of the realm come forth with their steel girded on. Do each of you, a knight or master at arms of this realm, now swear fealty to Octomasados and Ashaxi, your undoubted sovereigns, that you will obey their lawful commands in all matters that concern this realm. And do you now swear faith to the crown of Antir, mindful that the honor of the realm and of the order of which you are members springs from your own deeds? Do you swear that you will treat those of every degree with chivalry and courtesy for as long as their majesties remain sovereigns of Antir?
I so swear. And we, for our part, do swear fealty to you, the members of our chivalry volunteer. We promise to protect and defend you and those of your household with all of our power, so long as we remain sovereigns of Antir. So say we, Octomasados, King Antir.
So say we, Ashaxi, Queen Antir.
If there are masters at arms who would raise their glasses in toast to their majesties, let them come forward at this time. Those members of the Order of the Pelican, whose service is recognized as an example to all, come forward now, if you would swear fealty to the crown of Antir.
I just like the sword, so I'm gonna
To each of you, a pelican of this realm, now swear fealty to Octomasados and Ashaxi, your undoubted sovereign, that you will obey their lawful commands in all matters that concern this realm. And do you now swear faith to the crown of Antir, and being mindful that the honor of the realm and of the order of which you are members springs from your own deeds? Do you swear that you will treat chivalrously and courteously with those of every degree, as long as their majesties remain sovereigns of Antir?
I so swear.
And we, for our part, do swear fealty to you, Pelicans of Antir. We promise to protect and defend you and those of your households with all of our power, so long as we remain sovereigns of Antir.
So say we, Octomasados, King Antir.
So say we, Ashaxi, Queen Antir.
Thank you so much.
Their majesties, for all those teachers, the order of the Lord. Someone offer fealty to the crown. We're now before the throne of Antir. Do each of you, a laurel in this realm, now swear fealty to Octomasados and Ashaxi, your undoubted sovereign, that you will obey their lawful commands in all matters that concern this realm. And do you now swear faith to the crown of Antir, mindful that the honor of the realm and of the order of which you are members springs from your own deeds? Do you swear that you will treat those of every degree with chivalry and courtesy, for so long as their majesties remain sovereigns of Antir?
I so swear. And we, for our part,
do swear fealty to you,
the
laurels of Ontier. We promise to protect and defend you and those of your households with all of our power, so long as we remain sovereigns of Ontier.
So say we, Akamasadas, King Ontier.
So say we, Ashaksi, Queen Ontier.
Their Majesties call forth the Masters of Defense, who would offer fealty to the crown. Join your fellows of the peerage of Ontier in pledging faith to the true sovereigns of this realm. To each of you, a Master of Defense in this realm, now swear fealty to Akamasadas and Ashaksi, your undoubted sovereigns, that you will obey their lawful commands in all matters that concern this realm. Do you now swear faith to the crown of Ontier, being mindful that the honor of the realm and of the order of which you are members springs from your own deeds? Do you swear that you will treat chivalrously and courteously with those of every degree, as long as their majesties remain sovereigns of Ontier?
I so swear.
And we, for our part, do swear fealty to you, the Masters of the Order of Defense. We promise to protect and defend you and those of your households with all of our power, so long as we remain sovereigns of Ontier. So say we, Ashaksi, Queen Ontier.
So say we, Akamasadas, King Ontier.
Thank you.
Let those landed barons and baronesses and royal patrons come now to swear fealty. Do you now swear fealty for the lands you hold to Akamasadas and Ashaksi, your undoubted sovereigns, that you will obey their lawful commands in all matters that concern this realm, and uphold the crown and kingdom of Ontier, and being mindful that the harmony of your baronies and the honor of the kingdom springs from your own deeds? Do you now swear that you will deal courteously with those of every degree, so long as their majesties remain sovereigns of Ontier?
I so swear. And we, for our part,
Do swear fealty to the landed
barons and baronesses of Ontier, we promise to protect and defend you and the people of the lands that you hold with all of our power, so long as we remain sovereigns of Ontier.
So say we, Akamasadas, King Ontier.
So say we, Ashaksi, Queen Ontier.
Thank you, Your Excellency.
Their Majesties now invite those who bear court baronies of Ontier, or from the hand of the royalty of the known world, to come forth now to swear fealty. Do each of you now swear fealty to the crown and kingdom of Ontier, and right mindful that the harmony of the kingdom springs from your own deeds, that you will treat those of every estate with courtesy and respect.
I so swear. And we, for our part, return this fealty to you, the crown barons of Ontier.
We swear to protect and defend you
with all of our power, so long as we remain sovereigns Ontier.
So say we, Akamasadas, King Ontier.
And so say we, Ashaksi, Queen Ontier.
Thank you, Your Excellency.
Let the kingdom officers of Antir come now before their majesties.
Majesties, these officers of Antir offer to you these hands. The symbols of the service of the crown. That you may dispose of them and our offices as you will.
My lords and ladies,
My people, as you observed our predecessors
on the throne of Antir,
here in the past, do we charge you now
to
continue to carry these offices with good faith and service to our crown and kingdom.
Do you, officers of Antir, swear fealty to Octomasatis and Ashopsi, your undoubted sovereigns, that you will faithfully discharge your offices, that you will obey their lawful commands in all matters that concern this realm, and uphold the crown and kingdom of Antir, and being mindful that the harmony of the kingdom springs from your own deed, that you will deal courteously with those of every degree, as long as their majesties remain sovereigns of Antir?
I so swear. And we, for our part, do swear fealty to these officers of Antir, and to all who serve under them, to protect and defend them and their households with all of our powers, so long as we remain sovereigns of Antir.
so say we, Octomasatis, King Antir.
And so say we, Ashaxi, Queen Antir.
Our Nora Grimm's daughters, come into the presence bearing the kingdom seal, if you have.
Honora Grimm's daughter, chief scribe of this land.
We can sign the great seal on here to your safekeeping. Charging you to deliver to us as the kingdom has need or we shall require.
Their majesties now call upon those of the populace who wish to swear fealty or pledge their support and allegiance to the crown of Antir. Do you, the people of Antir, affirm that Octomasatis and Ashaxi are the true and rightful sovereigns of this realm, and that you will support and defend them in your hearts and in your homes, and that you will obey their lawful commands in all matters that concern this realm, as long as their majesties remain sovereigns of Antir?
I so swear. And we, for our part, we swear that we shall do all in our power to protect and defend you, our subjects, and to rule you justly, so long as we remain sovereigns of Antir.
So say we, Octomasatis, King Antir.
So say we, Ashaxi, Queen Antir.
Antir, we have here witnessed the coronation of Octomasatis and Ashaxi, sovereigns of Antir, and the vows of fealty and service which bind them to the people of their kingdom. Long live King Octavius!
Long live King Octavius!
Long live Queen Ashoxi!
Long live Queen Ashoxi!
For Antir, a joyous noise! Rifkin, Virska's daughter, approach the throne.
Absolutely, yes.
Yep.
The Kingdom Seneschal has words.
Your Majesties, Octavius Shaxi, may I address your populace, please?
Please.
On July 16th, Their Majesties Octavius Shaxi of Ontario issued the following sanction against Sandra Davis, also known in the society as Isolde de la Villa Brew, banishment from the royal presence. Thank you, Majesties.
I think it's time for a dance break.
No,
Are we ready?
We got the thumbs up.
Majesties, would you like to get up and turn yourselves around? Get the body moving a little bit. Okay, let's do this. Okay.
Rifkin, Virska's daughter, approach the throne. In slumber, guards the land. Ferocity is felt in sinews strong. A loving spirit, bound with unseen bands, the lands in feet, the sable lion's song. A crown of silver resting on her brow, it speaks of mighty deeds in service sworn. The words of oaths are voiced in solemn vow, the stars as jewels overhead adorn. A kingdom gathers with impassioned hush, in glory rising, meeting wondrous queen. They strain to hear the words her heralds rush, her reign in twilight, sorrowful words keen. A passing crown gives destiny a name, a countess born from Vulcan's cleansing flame.
These words were written by Master Orontius in the form of a sonnet from his heart to yours, in appreciation of the incredible work that you have done over the past 10 months.
Attend these words and know that by these presents, we, Octavius and the Shoxi, sovereigns of Antir, in recognition that Rifkin has reigned as queen in our realm, do hereby style them countess, and we do here affirm their sole and exclusive right to leverage patent and to bear above the arms a golden battle coronet, the shield encircled by a wreath of alternating. We command that this personal blazon shall evermore read quarterly, azure and counter ermine, a lion rampant front tourney. Oh, no.
That is the next order of business. That never happened. You were never here.
Of alternating red hearts, points to center, and red heraldic roses barred, leaves, and seeded proper. In witness whereof, we do set our hand and seal the 16th day of July, Anna Societatis 57, being 2022 Gregorian.
Let the coronet be brought forth. Rifkin, Inverska, Star Dormer. Yes, please. Oh, Your Grace, please.
You want to be your majesty.
Is there a history to this coronet before we?
I am Adwin Wren, and it was my county coronet that I made along with Master Mark of the White Hand.
I'm just going to say something really quick. This is program. No, I mean, no. Thank you.
Oh, I.
Yeah.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah. Thank you for serving this evening with me so very well.
Rifkin, be henceforth Griffinia. In this our realm, and wear this coronet in token of your rank. Those of the orders of the rose that would like to present her with the rose, please come forward. Oh, wow. Okay. Rifkin, be further welcomed into the Order of the Rose, whose token this is, and be henceforth, as you have been, a model of honor and grace to the people of this realm.
Countess Rifkin, is it your desire to swear fealty to their majesties?
Yes. I would like to swear on you, friend sword.
Thank you, Grace.
Do you now swear fealty to Octamasatis and Ashoxi, your undoubted sovereign, that you will obey their lawful commands in all matters that concern this realm, and as you have sat upon the throne and received the oaths of the people, do you in turn swear faith for the crown and kingdom of Antir, and being mindful that the honor of the realm springs from your own deeds, do you swear that you shall treat chivalrously and courteously with those of every degree, so long as their majesties remain sovereigns of Antir?
I so swear. And we for our part. Do swear fealty to you as Griffinia of Antir, and promise to protect and defend you and your household with all of our power, so long as we remain sovereigns of Antir.
So say we, King Octamasatis, King Antir.
So say we, Ashaxi, Queen Antir.
I look at your eyes and forget what I'm supposed to say.
For the newest Griffinia of Antir, 3 cheers. Hip hip! Hip hip! Hip hip!
And Your Excellency, before you leave, there are also members of the populace that would like to present you with roses. So if you would like to do that, please come forward. Thank you.
You're gonna need a bigger car.
I don't know, I handed out quite a few things. Thank you. Oh my goodness. I hope I see many of you on the quest later. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Thank you.
Love it.
Wow. Okay. I like that. The scroll was is the sigil designed by Her Excellency Rifkin and Her Grace Inga. It was embroidered by Elizabeth Phipps, the roundel part, and then the words and the parts outside of the rondel were embroidered by Crystal Moore. And the work is exquisite.
Yeah, Crystal and Elizabeth, thank you.
Really, really well done.
The crown calls for Sven, Thog, Gunnarsson, kneel before their majesty.
People of the land, hear and mark these words, and know the truth in them.
We, Octamasades, Antir,
and we, Ashaxi, Antir, see the words of our subject, Sven, Thogr, Gunnarsson. His renown echoes across the known world. His history and ours are deeply entwined.
His affection for our kingdom is as one with their beloved family.
We have seen the vitality he has brought in times of need. The fellowship he has enkindled on the field of honor through his own growth and his example in building a community. We choose to recognize
the weregild he has given of himself
time and again.
Time and time and time and time and time and again.
For the renewal of our people.
We are moved by his
devotion, dedication, and character
to award him an augmentation of arms.
We recommend that his personal blazon shall evermore read quarterly azure and counter ermine, a lion rampant from tourney, K-Forshi, or dripped in sinister paw, a royal crown ghoul, pale-wise, on a bordure argent and orly of chain sable.
And the scroll is done by Yadwika.
This we have done upon the occasion of our coronation, July 16th, and a Societatis 50 and 7.
During Tiernan and Miranda's reign, they awarded Signy, your wife, also a augmentation of arms, and this is her scroll that has been outstanding.
Figured they should come together.
Learn from the best. Thank you. Thank you very much.
For Riffinia, Rifkin, and Duke Sven. Correction, the scribe for Duke Sven's scroll was Mr. Saraswati. Mr. Saraswati, my error. I am so sorry.
The only one you'll make.
Dot.
Yes.
By Your Majesty's leave, I bring words from the Kingdom Minister of Arts and Sciences. Regretfully, unable to appear before Your Majesties, Kingdom Arts and Sciences, Leia the Mother, Sigridis Gala, Eric's daughter, sends words to resign from the office of Kingdom Minister of Arts and Sciences and returns unto Your Majesties the symbol of this office. Commends to your consideration as her successor, Duchess Dagrin Stjarnen.
Could we have her representative come forth, please?
That would be nice.
I don't know if we want to go there.
Let it be known that we commend our Arts and Sciences Minister for their service to the kingdom and the people of Ontario. Gala, if you are watching, thank you so much. You've worked so hard for 3 years. It was an extended term of service, and they were some tough times, and we really appreciate all of the hard work that you've done and the love and dedication you have shown to our kingdom. Thank you.
I'll speak as if to Dagonstiona. Dagonstiona, their majesties have chosen you to succeed to the office of Kingdom Minister of Arts and Sciences. Is she prepared to undertake the tasks and responsibilities of that great office of state, to serve the kingdom and the people of Ontario, and to swear fealty to their majesties?
She is.
I suggest that
Yes. Please take this in her keeping for her and put it on for her, and when she is able, we would like to put her back in our.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
The heralds ask leave to read a letter for your majesties that has just arrived from the distant kingdom of Lokok. Your majesties, your friends from Lokok send this sonnet as a gracious greeting and joyful celebration of your coronation. When plague devoured known world and beyond, such that no sword was swung in peace or war, two brothers on a line stood with their bond, and weight of teaching on their shoulders bore. Both near and far you taught across the land to any who did seek to sharpen skill, together honing eye and mind and hand, expanding understanding of the kill. But like a pride that shares what it has won, the feast has brought about a change in you, a freedom now that will ne'er be undone. That faith your inspiration has is true. From Lokok to Ontario, our game doth gain, and the Sodus and the Shoxi reign.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lockhart. Thank you, Yanto, Gabs, Paul. Thank you all. Thank you, Cully. Good luck.
The Moneyers Guild has words for your majesties. May their representative be granted leave to approach.
Yes, please.
Your Majesties, we have a presentation for you, as we have had a presentation for the crowns since Barak and Lau were king and queen of these mighty lands. We have continued the tradition to bring coins. We have coins for the king. We have coins for the queen. Inside each is a silver stripe, especially for you. And we have the Bountiful Hand Award tokens.
Thank you so much.
Enjoy.
Thank you very much.
For the generosity of the Moneyers Guild, joyous noise. The Barony of Wieldsmere wishes to congratulate their majesties and present the token of their warm regard. Come forward, representatives of Wieldsmere.
Your Majesties, please accept these gifts of largesse. They're glorious. On behalf of our barony, for yourselves and your brethren.
Thank you very much. Your barony is exceeds itself in its generosity to the kingdom, and we recognize that. And thank you very, very much.
Thank you for gracing us with your coronation.
A joyous noise for the Barony of Wieldsmere. Eleanor Wolfenden has business with this court.
I would like to present each of you a personal gift. Your keeper giveaway, and until today, I didn't know anybody had that fabric, and unless it was the old gown that I acquired, but I would very much
I've been
like.
saving it for a long time.
I would very much like to make duplicate bags of that material.
That would be
And if I
amazing.
can get a shipping address, and I can ship it to this is gorgeous.
Thank
Thank
you
you so much.
Thank you for your generosity.
Gifts from Eleanor Wolfenden. Hurrah!
Thank you.
By your leave, gracious sovereigns, Lady Gracia Abrabanel has an announcement she wishes to share with the court of your majesty.
Please.
Is Lady Gracia?
Thank you for the opportunity to speak. I speak to you of a far distant war, the baying of hounds, the clashing of arms is fast approaching. I would like to invite you all to attend Hunting War, coming up on August 12th to 14th. And it's also going up against the Autumn War the following weekend. This is in Chehalis, and it's at the same location, so you can set up and attend both events. I hope to see all of your smiling faces there, and bring some of the festivities. Thank you. And thank you.
An announcement regarding the tournament tomorrow. All those intending to vie for the honor of Champion of Antir, please assemble 30 minutes before court is scheduled tomorrow morning. His Majesty requests that the participants assemble in order of precedence on the air.
9. Isn't it? I believe it's 9.
It's 9 now.
Nobody's arguing with me, so.
Assemble at 8:30.
Sooner the cooler.
Lots of schedules available at 8.
Thank you, viewers. On tier, this is a, here it goes again. This is a dream come true to sit up here with other heroes of this kingdom, other servants of this kingdom, past heroes of this kingdom, and get the opportunity to serve as your sovereigns. I feel like I've gotten a lot from this game and haven't been able to give back quite as much as I would like. So thank you for coming to court. Thank you for honoring us with your fealty and giving us a chance to serve you as your sovereign.
And thank you, Your Majesty's Artemisia, for coming and witnessing and sitting this very long court with us. We appreciate it. And heirs. Your Royal Highnesses, Artemisia, thank you.
Your Highness, Thierry.
And Tanist.
It's a huge gift. Thank you so much.
Shall we exit?
Thus concludes the sport of Octomasatis and the Shoxy. Long live King Octomasatis!
Long live King Octomasatis!
Long live Queen Shoxy!
Long live Queen Shoxy!
For the Majesties of Artemisia, huzzah!
Huzzah!
For the Highness of Artemisia, huzzah!
Huzzah!
For the Principality of Summit, huzzah!
Huzzah!
For the Principality of Tiri, huzzah!
Huzzah!
For Her Royal Excellency of Tiri, huzzah!
Huzzah!
For our Mother Kingdom, Christ, raise her name to the skies. On tier!
On tier!
On tier!
On tier!